Welcome back to Irish Strength Training. Today I'm going to walk you through how to do your lat pull down correctly. Now this move is brilliant for working pretty much the whole lot of the back. You're obviously going to get your lats, it's in the name, but you're also hitting those traps, your rear delts, your rhomboids, you're hitting all of it. Now it's a move that's really good at building up the width of your back, so that's what this primarily is for. The one thing with it, if it is done incorrectly, number one, if you're not getting that engagement of your lats, to a point you're sort of wasting your time with it. The other thing is if you're not doing it correctly, you leave those shoulders a little bit vulnerable to injury. So today we're going to go through step by step how to do this correctly. So the first thing I'm going to touch on is just very simply, you're going to have your knees pushed up against these pads and you're going to push your feet into the ground or into the step that's provided. Either one doesn't particularly matter. So you're going to sit down, get into position. And the first thing you'll notice is that my torso is upright. So I'm not leaned back and I'm not leaned forward. The next thing I want to do is protect that spine and protect your back. So you're going to retract your scapula. So my shoulders are quite loose here, my whole back is quite loose. If I tried to do the move in this position, it's a little bit dangerous, I could injure myself. So to retract your scapula and protect that back, you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together and down. Okay, as soon as you do, you'll feel like your back is completely protected, you'll feel like the muscles are engaged. From there, I want you to turn your elbows forward slightly. So they're going to be pointed backwards, a slight bit backwards. You're going to want to slightly turn them forwards. This will allow your elbows to take the correct line as you pull the weight. So the correct line is down along your body and you're going to squeeze those elbows in at the bottom. So bring it back up. Like so. So you're trying to bring that bar down to just above your chest. You don't particularly need to hit your chest. Like so. Now you don't want your elbows flaring back. So if I leave my elbows pointing backwards, the tendency is for those elbows to go back, and this will limit the amount of engagement of the lats that I can get. Whereas if I turn those elbows slightly forward, I really pinch in those elbows towards my sides. So through the whole move, make sure you keep that back locked in, keep it protected, keep that chest nice and high, and try and make sure that at the bottom of the move, you're squeezing those elbows in towards your side and hold it for split seconds, so even half a second to a second, and you'll really get those lats working. So I'm going to go through that move one more time, giving you the pointers along the way. Remember to keep your torso upright, retract the scapula to protect the back, keep your chest high, turn the elbows slightly forward, and at the bottom, pinch those elbows in towards your side and squeeze. Another thing to keep in mind with this is you want to minimize the amount of work that your biceps are doing during this move. You want your lats and the rest of your back doing as much of the work as possible. Now if you take a normal overhand grip like so with your thumb underneath, your biceps are going to start doing a lot of work. Okay? So what I want you to do is bring that thumb over the top of the bar. So you're just using your hand as a hook to bring that weight down. This will pretty much completely take the biceps out. They're still going to do a small bit of work, but very minimal. So now that we've gone through that, let's take a look at what not to do. By leaning back like this, you are putting undue stress and compression on that lower back. You are also minimizing the amount of lat engagement that can be achieved. By flaring your elbows backwards, you are leaving your shoulders open to injury. It is also very difficult to get proper engagement of the lats in this position. This jerking movement is a very dangerous way to lift the weight. You are using body weight to lift it rather than using the musculature. Due to the lack of control, injury is a very big risk. It is very important that you use weight that you are able to do the full range of motion for this exercise. Leave the ego at the door and use a manageable weight. So that's your lat pull down. Brilliant move. Most gyms have it, so definitely put it into your program. But make sure, if you need to come back, look at this multiple times, make sure you're doing it right. And make sure you're feeling that squeeze of the lats at the bottom. you definitely should feel it. If you're not, come back, look at this again, because there's something you're doing wrong. If you do have any issues with this, put a comment down below, let me know, and I'll try and answer the questions for you. Again, please like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.